Let's clean the term column. In our example, we have term in this string format, term 1 out of 6. We just want the term number. That's what we're going to turn back into a numeric value. Now we've got a couple of choices on how to clean this data. We could replace the over 6 string with the empty string and replace the term with a space with an empty string. Or we can try something called string slicing, where we slice off the term and the 6 parts of the string and just leave the term number. What does this mean? What do we mean by slicing the string? Well, let's take a look at what strings actually are under the hood. So on a technical level, all a string is an ordered list of individual characters. And this list starts at position 0. So the first character at position 0 is the T, capital T. The second character at index 1 is lowercase e. The third character at index 2 is lowercase r, and so on. For all of our work terms, we want this character at the 6th position, or index 5. So we want to slice off all the characters from positions 0 through 4 and 6 through 7. How can we do that? Well, we can use string slicing. In our first example, say we want to just keep the word term. Say we had a variable that was set equal to the string term 1 over 6. If we wanted to keep the word term as a new string, we could use string slicing. And by using string slicing, we use square brackets. And we specify the first character that we want to keep, then a colon, then the index of the last character exclusive that we want to keep. So in this case, we're saying we want to start at index 0 and go up to, but do not include, index 4 in our new sliced string. And that's what we're doing here. We're starting at index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3. We're going to stop at, but not include, index 4 in our new string. So we've now sliced our string and got just the word term. Pause the video for a moment and think about if we had to just get this term number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at position 5. How could we slice our string? How would you change what's inside of these square brackets on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the colon? Pause the video now and give it a try. Well, we specify the first character that we want to keep, and we specify the last character exclusive that we want to keep. So if we just want the term number, we'll want to say start at position 5 and end at, but do not include, position 6. And this will give us the character 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, depending on which work term we're dealing with. Now, how do we do this on our column? Well, remember the .str accessor? Well, we can use that to use our string slicing. So instead of doing str.replace, we're just doing .str, then putting in our square brackets and saying, what part of the string do we want to keep? Then finally, we'll use pd.toNumeric to convert our term back into a number. Let's try this. So I'll come back into Python. I'll extract my term column into a new variable called term call. And it's saying to me that I do not have a column that is named term. And that is because I'm referring to the incorrect variable. Now that I'm referring to the correct variable, I've got my term extracted into a new column. I'm going to use the string accessor and string slicing to get just the term number. I'll do this by saying term call.str and then put in square brackets 5:6. If we take a look at the term column now, look at that. We've got the string or text representation of our term number. We still need to convert this into a number. We'll do this by doing term call equals pd.to numeric term call, and we'll just try running this as is. Good first step is to always try running pd.toNumeric on its own to see if your data has any issues. If this comes back successful, you know that all of the data was able to be converted into a number. And in this case, success, terms 1 through 6. And then finally, we can put salary data, we can put term back into salary data. So salary data.term equals term call. Our salary data is now ready for a regression analysis. Now, what if you wanted to share this cleaned file with your coworker? Remember that you can save data frames as CSV or Excel files with the toCSV and the toExcel functions. Now, just a warning about saving your clean data to a separate file. You should always save your clean data to a different file. Never overwrite your input data CSV with your clean data. Why is that? Well, I've seen people in the past make a mistake during data cleaning and they overwrite their original data. Then when they try to fix their bug and clean the data again, their data is now completely corrupted. It makes it hard for you to run your Python file as many times as you want. And finally, it prevents somebody else from cross-checking your work, including future you, if you give them your data and your Python script. So always save your clean data to a separate file. So with that, this data file is now cleaned. I challenge you to try rerunning the regression analysis with this cleaned data.